Finding themes about asking questions. I can think thematically by naming the problem a character faces and asking, what lessons does the character learn from that problem? Or asking, what is the message of the story? You'll want to go ahead and hit pause so you can set up your Reader's Workshop notebook. You will not be copying this down. This is what you're going to do with your book of choice in your Reader's Workshop notebook. Make sure you include the page number, the title, the date, the I can statement, and your common themes anchor chart. This is your printable for the day. Common themes. Now, let's make sure that we understand the difference between a topic of a theme and an actual theme. These are topics. Differences, change, good versus evil, love and friendship, growing up, rules, goals and dreams, and bravery and fear. Those are all topics of themes. These individual statements, though, are actual themes. So you can't judge a book by its cover. Things are not as usually as bad as you think they are. Good triumphs over evil, or evil is punished and good is rewarded. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Act kind without expecting something in return. Growing up is a challenge for everyone. Rules are there to help and protect us. Hard work pays off, and face your fears. Okay, those are actually themes. And they're common themes that are found out through a lot of literature. So in order to determine what the theme is, you first must name what the major problem is in the text, and then ask what lessons does the character learn from that problem, and then ask what is the message of the story. Keck learns that the washing machine is not for washing dishes. Okay? This is kind of like a main idea of a poem that was in the book. But it's also an example of something that is too specific, and let's look at why it's too specific. It includes the character's name in it, and it has a specific problem in the story. If a theme is too general, it's more of a topic, like what we looked at before, instead of a theme. So when I go back and I examine Keck's mistake, I see that later it leads him to helping Ganwar in a huge way. He helps Ganwar find a place in this new world. So proverbs like, if at first you don't succeed, try again, come to mind, or the road to success is paved with failures. Each story can have multiple themes. So these types of proverbs are often themes that are found within books. So when I look at this big issue of Ganwar's been there a year and a half and he still hasn't found a job that suits him, okay? And Keck's little mistake leads to his success. So we can say, if at first you don't succeed, try again. Or we could say, the road to success is paved with failures. Both of those would apply to the topic of perseverance that is found within Home of the Brave. Come to guided practice so that you can have a discussion about what life lesson or proverb we can learn from Ganwar's story in Home of the Brave. So the text doesn't have just one theme. There are multiple themes, and then you can apply what we learned yesterday and rank those themes into which one is the most important and bring it down to the least important. So what does your work look like today? Your independent practice is applying this learning target, okay, by using these strategies and a T-chart and using your choice book. And this is what you're going to do. You're going to collect 2 or 3 big mistakes that lead to a solution in the book you're reading. Jot them down in your notebook on a T-chart. And so that's exactly what I was going to explain earlier, or that I told you I would explain earlier. This is the T-chart, and you're going to jot down those big ideas. Okay? Eventually, it will lead us to a theme. So we're not coming up with a theme today. We're gathering evidence to develop a theme. So we're looking at the problem, asking what lessons does the character learn from that problem, and what is the message of the story. If you come up with a theme, you can jot that idea down. No problem. I would draw like a little cloud around it so that I know, hey, this is the theme I'm working on. And then as we go throughout the rest of this week, you can begin to grow and develop that theme. Okay? One more time. Apply that learning target. Use these strategies and a T-chart to collect 2 or 3 big mistakes that lead to a solution in your book that you're reading. Jot them down in your notebook on a T-chart. Read on, Knights.